Hello, welcome to the THAC Podcast. I'm Tim.
Yes.
With me is Troy.
Yes.
And here with me is Joseph.
Hello.
We are here with you now in spirit and love. Together we are one.
Together
forever.
in space and love, friendship.
So what's going on?
Well, the big thing that's going on.
The thing that caused you to not have any sleep the past few days.
Yeah.
Or past week, really.
Well, no, there's something bigger than that first.
Oh, okay.
The big thing. Which is,
yeah, that other thing.
Yeah, you know.
I guess we should just go ahead and come out and say it, that
the big public announcement.
the big public announcement that entry 87 of Marble Hornets was the last entry. That is... That's weird. That's weird.
We actually were pretty open about it at Anime Blues Con in Memphis,
which was about a week. Was that last week?
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. And the audiences, whenever we mentioned it, definitely had a very shell-shocked response.
Well, we posted that like the day that because I unprivated the video in the drive-through of a Chick-fil-A on the way to Memphis. So
nice.
Marble Hornets ended in a Chick-fil-A.
Yep.
Parking drive-through.
Yep. I can't think of a better place to end
A
it.
lot of ceremony around it.
Yeah.
Just crap,
lots
I
of.
forgot.
I mean,
lots of reverence.
I got a chicken sandwich out of it, so yeah.
Like I remember, I wish we'd been like recording that or something. Just stick that on the DVD. Just like this is the end of Marble Hornets.
Well, I didn't do it on purpose. I was going to do it before I left and I forgot, and so I brought it up on my phone. It's really hard to do it on your phone on like the Android app for it, because you got to find where it says unlisted, and you got to change that. And that's hard to find, believe it or not.
Because I'd said before, I thought it would be funny to make like a big deal of like, this is the uploading the final entry, and then you just kind of turn around and click unprivate, and then you just kind of go, yeah, that's it. But that's even better.
Let's make a recreation of that.
A dramatization.
Yeah, dramatization that just has me like, oh no, I forgot to unprivate the video. We have to go in.
But then the Chick-fil-A is also about to close, and you're being chased by the cops. And
no, I'm faced with a moral decision, like a video game, like the.
Do I get my chicken sandwich, or do I unprivate this video 30 seconds sooner?
Press A to chicken, press B to video.
It has like the Mass Effect conversation wheel come up, and it has, which one are you going to choose, Troy? And it says post entry, get chicken, and then there's like a blue and red option that says do both. That's how it always worked.
But your Paragon score isn't high enough, so you can't actually do that.
Yeah, I'm not a renegade either. Obviously, I'm not like you guys. But on the same side of the coin, is that a thing people say?
I guess. On the other side of the coin.
It's not really on the other side. It's on the same side. We're still on heads here.
Okay. Whatever.
Just go.
Don't unsubscribe from the Marble Hornets channel just yet.
Marble Hornets is over. The channel is not.
Right. You'll see. Without spoiling too much, don't turn your back on it just yet.
We have a while before that.
Before that becomes a thing, we're gonna have to get all the DVD stuff sorted out.
Yay.
Which the thing I was saying earlier.
I want to keep talking about the ending though.
Okay. What do you want to say?
I don't know. I feel like we should do a little.
Thanks for watching it. That's really nice of you. You've made it
5 years of our lives.
5 years of our lives gone.
Exactly. to the day.
Almost 20% of our lives, Troy, has been spent doing Marble Hornets.
That's, I can think of a worse things to do.
In fact, we figured this out. My first job was when I was 16, so half of my working years has been spent doing Marble Hornets.
I think my first job was when I was 16 too, because I remember driving to it. So yeah, worked in a concession stand.
It's kind of surreal. It still.
It's probably the fact that we're still working on all the DVD stuff right now, but it doesn't feel over to me.
Yeah, it's not going to feel over for at least another month. But I mean, the ending was just really satisfying because we wrote that so long ago. So we finally got to do it, like a lot of the other, like the big entries near the end where we wrote them 2 years in advance. We finally do that.
I would like to ask the question that I have seen a lot, and it would be, why that ending? Why not end it with 86? Why not do more answers? Whatever. Obviously, I know that answer to this, but I'm asking for, our moms that listen to it.
I mean,
it felt appropriate.
It wouldn't explaining how everything worked would not be a good idea, really, because we flirted with that a tiny bit in season 2, and people didn't really seem to like that. I mean, that wasn't really like, I mean, that's what people thought it was when we were doing like this is how the operator works or whatever. It was, people thought we were doing an origin story, even though we really weren't.
You know what's interesting is that I see a lot of people that have maybe not responded so well to the entry are
which
the
is,
same.
To be expected. No one loves everything.
A lot of those people are the ones that liked season 1 the best, which was the season with the least amount of answers, and then got mad that
I'm sure people didn't like the Breaking Bad ending and all that stuff.
But the ending was definitely it would not have felt like Marble Hornets if we did a big exposition and then
we talked about that. We were like, is there anywhere we can fit in some exposition?
Animal
here?
House at the end, Tim 3 years later.
Because I remember
it does the little still frames of each character and tells you what happens at the end.
Because we came up with that ending when you were still living in your old apartment. I remember that, and that was 2 years ago. And as soon as we did, we were just like, that's what it has to be. That's exactly what it has to be.
Yeah, we were like, Tim has to make it through, but barely, but only just.
And then some of the little details got tweaked as far as where Jessica's found or whatever that, or wherever they meet up. But the actual meetup was already there.
It was originally written she worked in a store or something. I think there was a time when we were like, oh, she worked at the antique store at the beginning of season 3 or something. I think we mentioned that, but we were like, that would be hard to do, and also wouldn't make a whole lot of sense because Jay already went there and everything. So we just made it.
Also, now it's closed.
Oh yeah, it is. No. Well. Yeah. I mean, not the place that we actually used.
Oh yeah.
But the interior of it was understood to be this other place.
And then I think we'd originally said where it was going to end with Tim's car door shutting, but then we were like, well, it has to be a driving shot because this is Marble Hornets. It has to be driving shot.
It has to be driving shot, and the final driving shot has to stop.
Yeah, and then we just found the stretch of road that we were on that looked nice and open and empty. We did all of the scripted things that we wanted, and then
it just happened
to turn the camera around right as I got to that crossroads, and I just kind of looked at you and just went,
yeah. It was a good way to end. We wanted the driving shot that's bookended all 3 seasons to stop.
Yep.
Oops, I bumped the microphone, to stop, because it's still driving forward on all the other ones. Yeah. And at the end, stops. He's going to keep going. You don't know which way he's going to go or if it matters, but the driving stops. Marble Hornets stops.
I think you can kind of tell.
I still need to do the credits. Crap.
I think you can still kind of tell that he pulls into the left turning lane, but not
no, you can't.
enough.
Huh? That wasn't the take return left.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I used that take because you kind of got between the lanes because you didn't know which way you were going.
I think that was the one where I was just kind of looking over at you and you just kind of went, I don't know.
Yeah. So
pick one.
We'll get in more of that, I guess, when we do commentary for season 3 and stuff. But it feels like it's appropriate to say something about.
It's very
since it's the end.
Exciting.
Thank you for all of your support throughout these years, and
awesome.
We hope you'll like our next stuff too.
Don't unsubscribe from the Marble Hornets channel. To say that again, that's keep an eye on it.
Just gonna upload a really long "Don't You Forget About Me" music video on there or something.
We are being subtle.
Yeah. Marble Hornets is over as you know it, I guess you could say, without spoiling anything.
Yeah.
Well, you'll see. You'll see.
Yeah.
Subtlety.
Yep.
So I guess now moving on to the next thing that you wanted to talk about.
We're not making Marble Hornets 2, by the way.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm suggesting. I realize that kind of suggested that, but that's not what I'm saying. Anyway, what I am suggesting is that Tim is going to talk about the DVDs that he's been working on.
Well, after multiple sleepless days,
I think your average bedtime has been about 9 a.m.
Something like that, yeah. From about, I'd say about 8 a.m. till about noon or 1 p.m, and then hop up and start working on those again for, but yeah, the season 1 DVD is done. It is being printed now. because we wanted to get it done in time for Kineticon,
which is on July 10th.
Yep.
Right?
Yes.
10th
So
through
it is.
13th.
It is in less than 2 weeks. And those DVDs, every time I fixed one thing, it would break something else. So, but I finally got, a functional copy ready, and then I sent it to some people who volunteered to do some bug testing.
Thanks for that, by the way.
Yes, thank you guys. And then I was able to fix all the mistakes, reviewed it, and so now it is completely ready. It has. Well, we actually got an email about this, so I'll just work that in here right now.
Yeah.
Someone said...
what's their name?
Well, let me find it really quick.
Oh, okay.
Why don't you just shut up?
Coy says, I own the first 2 seasons on DVD. Will it be worth it to buy the revamped versions? Season 2 is going to be more or less the same.
Yeah.
It's just going to be consolidated on one disc. And we're basically just going to... It's going to be the one that's in the box set. But then once we're sold out of the standalone season 2s that we have, then it's just going to get replaced with the new one.
I think we're redoing menus, but functionally it'll all be the same.
It'll have different menus, but all the content will be the same. Season 1, on the other hand, because of
pretty much nothing from the original season 1 is on the revamped one.
I don't think the single thing is.
Technically speaking.
Yeah, because the outtake reel is new. All the extra bonus features are new. New commentary, has subtitles now, and the actual video quality of the entries themselves is very much improved.
Vastly better.
Is it actually
improved.
better than the YouTube
Oh, yeah.
quality?
Yeah.
A lot better, yeah. Because it's...
See Marble Hornets how it was meant to be watched.
Yeah. Let's not go there.
Yeah, because the version...
Alex's gun is replaced with the walkie-talkie.
With the banana.
Because the video files that were on the original DVD were from the... I think we've explained this a couple times, but I'll go ahead and reiterate since it's topical. But the video files that were on the original DVD are the ones that are currently on YouTube now, which were rendered for their old square player, the 4x3 player. And so basically when you would put that into your widescreen TV, you would have bars on the sides and the black bars on the top and bottom because they were fixed. So you'd have just this tiny little square where the actual video is, but now they're properly widescreen so that they will take up the entire screen space and they're higher resolution.
They're rendered.
Addition, so.
They're rendered roughly the same as the mid season 2 / season 3 videos are. I think are they 1080 on that one
for
on the DVDs?
Well, the DVDs are going to be 480p because that's max DVD resolution.
Well, is that how they were rendered?
Yeah, I rendered them at 480p, which I think that's what they were shot in as well.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I whenever I popped out, whenever I made a test copy and put it into the DVD player and watched it on my TV, I was just kind of like, oh,
yeah,
these look a lot better than I thought they would or thought they could, really.
Yep.
So yeah,
which is good since you work so long and hard on them.
Probably about 5 solid days of the in addition to the time put in before that, but at least 4 or 5 of those
this last
mostly
rush.
sleepless days. Yeah.
You pretty much just slept all day yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah, that's why this podcast was delayed by a day because you guys called me up and were like, hey, we're going to do the podcast. It's delayed. Just push it back a day.
Okay.
I'm hibernating. I slept till about 5 o'clock yesterday evening. But yeah, now they're good. Now they're done. So personally, I feel that they are they're most certainly vastly improved over the original DVDs.
We are going to have an option to where you don't have to buy an entirely new box, though.
Yes.
Thanks to Kickstarter, we were able to. Those are being printed right now too. There's going to be the new season 1 is going to be consolidated into one dual layer disc now. Or is it single layer? I don't remember.
It's a single layer still.
Okay,
yeah.
well. All right,
but it's still consolidated onto one disc.
Yeah, instead of 2 discs, one with special features, one with the
Yet
stuff.
It has more stuff on it.
We've just combined those 2 discs into one thing with more behind the scenes stuff and all that. So we're gonna have the option to have that disc, the same disc that comes with that, in a paper sleeve that we're gonna have available in the THAC store to all the people that bought the season 1 DVD that we have now already. Then we'll send that to you. I mean, you don't have to have bought that. We're not going to check.
Yeah.
But the option to get just the disc is there if you want to take that new disc, put it in the box you already have,
and just throw your old ones away.
Yeah, if someone
whatever.
doesn't have the season 1 and they just want to have the disc itself, okay, sure.
Yeah, that's fine. So that option is there for you now, or will be when we get them.
Yeah.
We're going to put them on the store once we get back from Connecticut, because they're being shipped to Connecticut now.
Yeah, all of this is very last minute.
Luckily, the rest of the DVDs won't be as bad, because
Don't say that.
I'm talking about time crunch wise.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, don't say it out
You
loud.
never know.
Because we did have a deadline to meet, and it was pretty much a photo finish for this one, because we wanted to have them ready for Connecticut.
Right.
And you and I both were kind of up really, really late 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Suckers just be like me, don't know how that stuff works.
Why didn't I think of this before?
Because it had to be uploaded by 8 in the morning, and I finished the DVD at 3:30 in the morning, and I went to upload it, and it's still like a 4.5 gigabyte file, and I go to upload it to the website of the manufacturers, and it says, this is going to take 7.5 hours. And I went, oh no. Luckily, even though I graduated like 6 months ago, my student card still works for the building where the film program is at. So
mine just now stopped working. So you probably got a good 2 years on that.
So I managed to. So I got into the editing lab and uploaded it there at 4 in the morning with their campus internet. 15 minutes.
Yeah,
15 minutes.
I'm going to school there right now, and my card doesn't work.
Yeah, they do that. That's
Maybe
a
that's
thing.
why they give you extra time on the end.
Yeah,
Maybe,
they just added on the time it didn't work, so you can come back.
I wonder if it is a thing where they just like program it work for 4 years, regardless of what year you are in school.
That wouldn't surprise me, because the dorms I used to work at, my card worked on the parking deck for it for about a year after I graduated. So
and they never refunded like the $8 that I still had in Bama Cash on my AT card, so I just used them on the vending machine while I was waiting. So hopefully for the rest of the DVDs, I could still get in there for that.
Yeah.
Well, while you guys were working on DVDs, I worked on some T-shirts.
Oh yeah, we have some new T-shirts.
We sure do. In order to, we had talked about redoing the operator symbol shirt. I think maybe in the first Posdcast.
Yeah, we did.
Well, we have that design. You can find it on the Marble Hornets Facebook. I think I also shared it on my personal Facebook.
Did you put it on the THAC Facebook?
Maybe not, but I will. And it is an Independence red with white operator symbol.
I actually prefer cherry red or
well, too bad.
beautiful lipstick red.
It seems
or
like
The fuck me red.
Pomegranate.
It seems like the thumbnail for the last few podcasts has just been Troy's shirt. So for this one, I'll just make it Independence red.
Yeah, do
like
that.
just a square of Independence red.
Well, technically, I'm wearing a red shirt right now. I don't think it's Independence red, but
And that looks pretty close.
It looks pretty independent to me.
Yet
I think the Independence red's a little darker.
Why do we not
than
have
this.
these shirts ready by the 4th, this Friday?
I know. I'm sorry.
You could have been...
Well, they are ready.
Oh.
They're shipping.
Oh.
They just won't beat it.
They're
us.
just
They're
yeah,
shipping
they're just
directly
shipping
to Connecticut.
Whoops.
So we have that one. We did get some questions about if it would ever come in black, and that's just something we'll gauge
Maybe.
interest on.
Do they have Freedom Blue? Because we could go for that too, I think.
They do have a blue. I don't know if it's Freedom.
Do they have macaroni and cheese? I'm just going by Crayola colors here.
Yeah.
Do they have Burnt Sienna?
Do they have green yellow, which is pretty much just yellow when you couldn't find a green or a yellow crayon?
No, they don't have green yellow. They do have yellow green though.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
It's
completely
I know it's
different.
not the same.
It's not even
but,
close.
You know.
It's not macaroni and cheese. No. It'll do.
But yeah, we'll gauge interest on that. We wanted something that wasn't smoke. We've been calling them charcoal, but I was corrected by our manufacturer.
I would call that
Smoke.
charcoal, but yeah.
They call it smoke. It is a shade darker than charcoal.
I always thought charcoal was like as close to black as you could get with gray, but
Apparently, smoke is
Smoke is closer. All right.
But anyway, we wanted to add a little bit of a splash of color.
Yeah, because we're getting new shirts printed, so we were like, these can't all be this gray color.
So the Marble Hornets logo shirt is staying in the smoke color. That's not changing. We do have some of the old operator symbol shirts left. I don't know how long we'll continue those. I don't know that we're discontinuing them immediately, but you know, if you want them, you might
we have leftover stock, but I don't know if we're going to restock after that.
If you want them, you might want to go ahead and order them.
The operator symbol shirts, because the logo shirts are staying the same.
We have the new red operator symbol shirt, and then we have one more in I guess you would say celebration of the last entry.
Yeah, I was gonna. We didn't talk about if we were gonna say that on the podcast, but yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want to announce this shirt until before we did this podcast.
Yeah.
When we did a formal recognition of that being the end.
Yeah.
But it is a actual black shirt.
Straight up black, not charcoal black or smoke black or
with the camcorder font, and it just says everything is fine. Yeah. Which, if you have watched the end of Marble Hornets, which I hope you have by now, otherwise this is spoilery as shit.
Yeah. Why are you still listening? Go away. Watch it. It's only 5 minutes.
Is of course the last line of Marble Hornets, and it's got a nice little operator symbol instead of a period at the end.
Which was also something. The last line was known for like a year, if not more.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's another thing to go back to what we are already finished talking about.
So that will be available at Connecticut, and once we get back from Connecticut, and we'll see what we do with that one. You know, that is definitely a design that we haven't.
I imagine.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that is a design that I don't know how many we will keep in stock, because it's not something we've actually like gauged interest in.
Oh, you mean the black one? Okay,
yeah.
Okay. I thought you were saying the Independence Red one.
No, the everything is fine shirt.
Okay, gotcha.
See how much we keep of that in stock, because I don't know how many people are going to like it. Maybe people hate the ending so much they're like, no, I'm not going to buy that.
They just buy it to burn it.
So, yeah, those are the two shirts we'll have, and I'll post the everything is fine design.
Yeah. All right.
After this,
you can actually. Are you going to put it on the Facebook thing?
Yeah.
I was going to say you could. Well, yeah, you can just link that in the podcast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because our podcast descriptions have just been link dumps, which I'm fine with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, links no one clicks.
Yeah.
You can't keep up with that anyway. There's no analytics.
Yeah, whatever.
So you will have either seen that design while listening to this, or you will see it shortly after listening to this.
Or if you haven't listened to this, you'll seen it. You'll see it at some point.
God, we're dumb.
Why aren't you listening to this right now? What's wrong with you? Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so we'll have those at Connecticut, which I think we've said like 5 times now. But once we get back, they'll be on the store. Probably, same price as the other ones.
We might have one more item for Connecticut. We haven't ironed out all the details yet, and that would be a poster that we're working. I think we've figured out the design. We just don't know if we're going to have it available for Connecticut or not yet, because we haven't placed the order.
We haven't, have we?
So
Oops.
that's something we will keep you informed on as updates are available.
This poster is not the same one as
no, this
the one
is not the
that was on
Kickstarter poster. This is a new one. This is the
Utterly
design is
different.
actually done by the same guy that did our convention banner that we use,
Which is now broken.
Yeah.
which is now broken.
Thanks,
Okay,
person.
so
Joseph.
we
just
were
got
talking.
into serious
We were
stance.
just talking about business, but now I'm cranky. So we're at Anime Blues Con this last weekend, or
Yes.
the weekend before.
The
The weekend before.
weekend before, yeah.
So we're up in Memphis and everything. We have our
Which was great. It was.
it was fantastic.
The convention was great. We're not knocking the convention.
No, they were great. In fact, I would go so far as to say it's the best run convention we've been to. Fantastic staff. Highly encourage you to go to it if you have not already, and if you have gone, go back again.
Yeah.
because
It's
really
super
nice
neato.
people. We had a great table in the vendor room, like right next to the entrance and stuff.
Yeah.
Like it was impossible to miss us and everything. We got to meet lots of fans and everything. And one of the benefits of being in the vendor room is it means we don't have to lug our stuff everywhere with us. We can just leave it in the vendor room because
They lock it up after a certain time.
And we stayed there that first day. It was Friday. We stayed until it closed, and then we left. to judge a different thing, which we can talk about.
I have that written down.
Okay,
we'll talk
good.
about that. Yeah.
So we'll get to that.
Yeah,
to judge a thing.
Yeah.
And we were like, okay, everything's fine. We come back the next day, fucking banner's broken.
Yeah.
Like the bottom of it, we might be able to repair it.
I think I have an idea, but we'll see.
But yeah, like the bottom of it, it's one of those like it rolls in on itself.
It's kind of like an upside down
blind.
Thing. Yeah, like an upside down thing that you project stuff on. It comes up from the floor instead of going down from the ceiling.
So that's just broken, and it's like the only reason it's standing up is it's leaning against a wall. And like we left when it closed. And I was there before it opened to set up when I noticed it was broken. So the only people that were going and coming were vendors.
Or other vendors, yeah.
And it's like, seriously? You're supposed like you didn't even leave a note?
Yeah.
It's like, screw you, man.
Yeah. Our banner, man. What's wrong with you? Like it wasn't just like a tear either. It was straight up like off of the thing. Like it was just a piece of paper after that.
Yeah. So little salty about that.
Yeah.
Little fussy about it, I would say.
If you are the person that did that, and you're for some reason listening to this podcast, you're a butthole.
You're a real butthole.
You're a real butt.
Just stop being a butthole.
So the other thing about Anime BluesCon, we,
I was actually thinking about this, and I think they did tell us about it, but they told us like a year in advance.
I don't know.
Let's say what it is first.
Okay, yeah. So we were asked to, we were invited to Anime BluesCon, and our main contact was a friend of ours who is also a staff at GMX, which is another convention that we've been going to for years.
Our other favorite.
Yeah. And so she asked us, like, would you guys be interested in judging a cosplay contest? And well, my first response was, well, we don't really know anything about that. Do we have to talk? And she said no. So I was like, yeah, okay, I guess so. I don't know anything about cosplay. I watched
Attack on Titan, and that's all I've got.
Yeah, whoever dresses as Goku wins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one dressed up as Goku, though, so it was harder.
So
I'm kind of glad.
We get there. We get to the convention, and I can't remember if they told us or we just saw it in the program.
It was 20. No, they told us like 20 to 30 minutes beforehand.
Yeah, that it wasn't. It was kind of a cosplay contest, but what it really was an 18+ cosplay off.
And we're like, yeah, the cosplay contest. No,
it's a strip show.
It's cosplay off.
It's a cosplay strip show. Yeah.
So we were taken aback because apparently we were the only judges except for the past winner of it.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like, we've already agreed to do this. It'll kind of screw them over if we don't do this because they don't have anyone else to judge it. Let's just do it.
It didn't help that some of the people we knew were actually in it.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't want... Yeah. Like, your friendship is different after that.
Yeah.
It's not like, Tim showing us his butthole.
That's
just par for the course.
That's like a handshake.
Yeah.
But like if Tim danced around while doing it, while he's done that before...
To music.
You can't deny that changes the dynamic.
It changes everything.
So from now on, whenever we get asked before a convention, hey, will you judge? The answer is no. Just whatever it is.
Tell us. It'll be we'll do a thing that you want us to do. Tell us exactly what it is.
It will require a 5-page summary of the event in writing.
Okay, I don't want us to sound uppity. Hold on.
No.
Sorry. I'm going to lose my train of thought, which I kind of already have. But I was going to say, I don't want to just to do a disclaimer of this. I don't want to sound uppity or anything like, oh, we're too good to do this shit. Everyone that was in that show, you have way more balls than I do.
Yeah.
I could never do that. Kudos for your courage. Do whatever you want. But okay, sorry. Go ahead.
What I was going to say is I was thinking about it, and I am reasonably sure, like 70% sure that like a year ago, they asked if we wanted to judge a burlesque show.
Okay.
And I think we discussed it and we said, sure, it'll be fine and everything. But then we just kind of forgot. And then when they mentioned it again, they mentioned it as like a cosplay thing.
Uh-huh.
So we were like, okay, this is the train of thought. Like it was enough time to pass to where we were like, burlesque, what's that?
Yeah.
But can we talk about the winner of that?
Yes, the winner was the best part.
Yeah.
If the entire thing had been this over the top, it would have been a blast. And I think it would.
It was still fun.
It would have been more fun if we had realized what it was going into it.
Yeah.
But as it was, we were kind of like shell shocked.
Yeah.
Going in, so we were just like, "Oh God, what are we getting into here?" So that's on us. All the performers were great.
Yeah.
But the guy that won,
what was the character he was supposed to be as a frame of reference? For
something
people at home?
pinky?
No. He was
Panty.
male panty from Panty and Stocking plus garter belt or whatever it's called.
I think
it's Panty and Stocking with garter belt is what the anime is called. Sorry about that.
I don't know that I even picked up.
Okay.
But, all the performers were great. He went above and beyond. I have never actually seen a cock sock until then.
Yeah.
And I don't mean like a tube sock. It was more like a coin purse. Like something you would keep gold doubloons in.
Oh, he had something in it. It was
2 gold doubloons.
It was. I cannot think of any less clothes to wear without being naked.
Yeah.
There's no possible other thing for him to do.
He had, the little like red spandex short underwear things on, and then he took those off and had like a jog strap. And I'm sitting next to, I was sitting next to Troy.
Were you sitting next to me?
Yes.
Okay.
But I think by that time Mai had actually left.
Yeah.
She's like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
she checked out.
I don't blame you, Mai.
So we were like, it was all 4 of us just sitting there, me, Tim, Troy, and Brian. And I think Troy wrote high chance of butthole.
Yeah. Very high chance of butthole on the comment card.
Because it was like this jockstrap thing. And then he took that off and I'm like, wait, he's straight up nude.
Yeah.
And then he turns around and it's like this little, I think it was like leopard print or something.
Yeah.
Little coin
it was
purse
like pink leopard print or something. Yeah.
across his goodies.
Yep.
And you know what? Whoever made that's a quality product.
That thing held on.
It did, and he was not going easy on it.
No.
I'm surprised he didn't tear something.
Gravity was working its hardest against that piece of fabric.
So yeah, that guy was the immediate winner.
Yeah.
A lot of people just straight up fucking chairs too.
Yeah.
But
Yep. Pretty much.
yeah.
Fun time.
Yeah.
Don't really.
But it was a great convention.
Yeah.
we loved it.
Yeah, it was a great convention. That was just a very surprising.
We
part
also
about
got
it.
Brian to take off his shirt and dance on stage at the after party too.
I wasn't there for that.
Yeah, you missed out, man.
Sorry.
It only took 2 drinks too.
Yeah.
So Brian, when you're listening to this, he also said the saddest thing I've ever heard while we were there.
Oh yeah.
He said that he listens to the podcast to pretend that his friends are around him. When you're listening to this,
Brian.
buddy, good job. You made our night.
We love you, Brian.
You made that a lot of fun.
Okay,
Oh,
next thing.
boy.
Next thing is this one's all you, buddy.
Yeah. So
Is this the mystery?
yes,
thing? Okay.
I've made a wonderful discovery.
Oh, yeah?
Okay.
Do you have one of those catalogs over there? Like,
What kind of catalog?
Do you
What do
have
you need?
something to read out loud? Just
Yeah.
anything to read out loud. Yeah, grab that
30-second
book.
theories.
30-second
Or do you want
theories.
30-second politics?
Do 30-second politics.
Okay.
That's it. Just a book we have sitting beside Joseph there.
Oh, is this going to be a
the 50
speech scrambler thing?
The 50 most thought-provoking theories in politics, each explained in half a minute.
Okay, Tim knows what it is.
I do not.
Joseph does not. So I have not told them anything about this.
I've never had it done on me, though, so I'll go first.
Okay. Well, no, I want Joseph to do
Okay.
it first. I don't want to say what's going to happen.
Okay.
So I have a speech jammer for you here, Joseph.
Okay.
Let me make sure it's working first. It's just my phone. I'll put my headphones in it.
Oh, your receipt is still in here.
Test. Okay.
You can return this book if you don't find it to be to your liking.
I found that in the bargain bin at Barnes & Noble, and I was like, this looks interesting. I haven't read it yet.
Oh, it
though.
has a you may also like thing here. 30-second economics,
I have that one. Yeah.
30-second anatomy,
No, I don't have that one.
Why?
30-second religion.
I think I have religion, Greek mythology. I almost said Greek folklore.
The Little Book of Mathematical Ellipses. I guess they couldn't fit it all on there, by Robert Solomon.
No, it's about ellipses.
Oh, okay.
Just ellipses.
A short history of the ellipses.
This one actually works even better. Physics, everyday science at the speed Ellipses.
At the speed. All right, so see the start down there.
Yes.
Put the headphones on.
Okay.
Find something to read out loud on there. It doesn't matter what
Nazism is what I turned to the first time.
Let's not do Nazism.
Okay.
I didn't know that was a political thing.
Yeah.
It was a political party.
Yeah.
Huh. I thought it was just... Oh, wait, no, that's not...
Executive power.
Okay, that'll work. Just something complicated. All right, so
You want me to read this entire thing? Okay.
Put the headphones on,
Okay.
and there's a speaker on this, so you'll need to have the phone held up to you when you start talking. So when you're ready, press the start button on there
Okay.
and start reading.
Okay. Tim, could you hold this book up for me?
Yes, I can.
I can't wait for this.
I'm kind of nervous.
You got to hold it up to your mouth so it picks up your speech.
Oh, okay.
Like hold it in your right. Yeah. That's
Okay.
good. So press start.
Executive power is... This is hard.
Keep going. Just fight through it.
Fight. You can do it.
Executive power is the key element distinguish.
I'm really
So what is it
sad.
actually doing? Is it just feeding your speech back into your ears?
It's feeding it at a 150 millisecond delay,
Oh.
Okay.
and it throws you way off.
I'm
That's pretty
gonna
cool.
get through this.
Okay, get through it. 30 seconds.
I've made it six words. Okay, I gotta take that out for just a second. I hope whoever listens to this, please edit this all together in one long take.
Do it.
Okay, putting back in the headphones, and I'm gonna do the entire thing
Okay.
Good
without
luck.
stopping.
30 seconds. You got 30 seconds.
No, I'm doing the entire thing. No
You
matter
gotta make
what.
the book title right.
Executive power. The 30-second politics. Executive power is the key element distinguishing governmental
I'm not learning a whole lot
power
here.
from other kinds of authority. Churches, schools, and corporations are all for free in free societies to make whatever claims. Hold it still.
Hold still.
They want about society.
Or the first sentence yet?
No. Or the universe, for that matter. But these pronouncements mean very little without the power to back them up. I can't read because I'm crying.
You can't what? I can't read because I'm crying.
I can't read because I'm crying. I wasn't done.
Tim's turn.
Okay, my turn. I am going to read
That was really fucking hard.
Yeah.
the season 2 DVD cover.
No,
Plot synopsis.
do the season 1 because it's already kind of jumbled with Film Amker.
Okay, hand me a season 1.
Hand him a season 1. I'll do season 2.
Okay.
This is already terrible. You can hear it.
Season 1.
Okay.
You have to speak into the phone.
Oh yeah.
Is it still going?
I mean, I can still hear it, but it's probably not as loud as it's supposed to be.
Do it right up next to your
Okay.
face.
In 2006, a student filmmaker named Alex Crayley began acting peculiar.
Is it working? Here, let me
It's
see.
doing what it's supposed to do.
Wow. Make me feel like shit.
Let's see. It's going. Yeah. Let me make sure it's going. Okay, yeah, it's still the same delay.
Okay.
All right. He may be immune. Who knows?
Soon after, he abandoned his film, Marble Hornets, and disappeared altogether.
Well,
After 3 years and no contact with Alex, one of his close friends. Man, that's no fun.
Dude, you fucking suck.
no,
something
try
harder.
Yeah, do something harder.
You're doing a 30-second theory.
Yeah.
You're doing Charles Darwin.
Sounds good to me.
Tell us about Darwinism.
Professional scientists have their own favorites and heroes who have been an inspiration to them.
Okay.
Man,
Nope, you don't get to do it.
This sucks.
Well,
Troy.
here. I have an idea. No.
Okay,
keep
okay.
Well,
Are you
Can
gonna
you change
are
the
you gonna
delay
alter
time?
it throughout?
Yeah, you can increase the delay. Okay, so I'm gonna put it 150. I'm gonna put it at 300 milliseconds. Is it turned up enough?
I think so, yeah.
Is that good?
Just put it as loud as it'll go.
That's as loud as it'll go.
Okay. Where's the microphone? Up, top, bottom.
Yeah.
doesn't
How do
matter.
phones work?
How do phones work?
Huh?
It's on the bottom where we're
Okay.
speaking to with the phone.
Okay. Professional scientists have their own favorites and heroes who have been an inspiration to them, but perhaps Charles Darwin's theory of evolution by natural selection.
Well, man, you're some kind of superhero.
Man,
You're an asshole.
You're not
Sorry.
fun.
I ruined this whole thing.
Maybe you're
Well,
maybe
do
you're
you want a
speaking
theory?
too loud. Sure, I'll do a theory.
Okay.
I'll be funny.
Man,
Have you tried it before?
I tried it last night.
How did it work? This is the rare Earth hypothesis.
About the same that you did. Hold on, I'm gonna put it on 150. 150 milliseconds.
your eyebrows are quivering, so I can tell it's already a challenge.
Yeah,
I thought you guys might actually die while I was reading.
I did
that
too.
was pretty funny. All right. Okay, here we go. Rare Earth hypothesis. The Earth may be a rare example of a home for intelligent life. It has taken more than 44 billion years of evolution on a quiet, stable planet orbiting a quiet, stable star to produce our civilization. The sun is an unusually stable star and has been a steady source of warmth throughout the evolution of life here. Earth is largely protected from bombardment by comets by Jupiter. Our giant neighbor vacuums up these icy objects before they get to us.
Okay.
Not bad. Not bad.
I think I am by far the worst at that.
Yeah.
So for those of you that don't know what we were doing,
Yeah.
Troy, would you like to explain?
It is a I found it on like Reddit the other day, I think.
Oh yeah.
It was
May just need to. I don't know. Maybe it just needs to. I would need to experiment with the delay time.
does the headphone have that little thing on it? Can you take those headphones out and
Yes.
put it to this adapter?
Yes.
Do that so you're surrounded by it.
Okay, I can do that, and then
We're gonna make Tim sound ridiculous.
While he's doing
gonna
that,
wreck
keep
me.
explaining.
Okay. It is a speech jammer, and what it does is it takes what you say into the microphone and sends it back into your headphones by default on 150 millisecond delay, which doesn't sound like much, but as you heard, it really screws up your diction and your cadence.
In a weird, like, serious moment, I actually like that kind of made speech impediments make a lot more sense.
Yes,
to me.
I
Like,
have
you know
a
what
pretty,
you want to say,
yeah,
but
I have
it's
a
not-
pretty
it's
I
not
have a
coming
pretty
out.
minor stutter where you get hung up on words sometimes, and that's That's pretty close to what it feels like, I would say.
That was actually a somewhat eye-opening experience.
Yeah.
Okay. This is gonna work.
Like any time that I'm excited to say something, I'll sometimes get hung up.
Yeah.
I sound like, like that. Like I just sounded, except not that bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you will now be reading about behaviorism.
Okay.
It's got a baby.
And it is...
Just
And
go to
some
the
toys.
multitasker thing. It should still be
Okay.
open. Yeah.
And let's see.
Do 150.
Someone else recommended a higher one, like 400, so I'll try that.
Okay. For maximum ridiculousness sounding, I
Yes.
guess.
Okay, I'll try that one. Behaviorism dominated the science of psychology for half a century. That didn't work either. Man, this isn't...
I want to sound
How does
weird.
it feel to be immune to fun?
It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel that good. I'm going to try it at a smaller one.
Okay.
An 84. Behaviorism dominated the science of psychology. It was close.
Almost.
Keep going. Keep going.
Go.
Even though it eliminated all concepts of mind or consciousness and refused to take feelings, thoughts, or desires into account.
It's close.
That's the closest.
You had a little stutter there.
I'll shorten
You
it even more.
mispronounced a couple of words.
Yeah.
Shorten it even more.
So you were practically at my level. Yeah.
Practically, you're like,
Behaviorism began in 1913 when the American psychologist John B. Watson. Dang.
Nope.
man.
Whatever.
Oh well.
2 out of 3.
I
Not
still
too bad.
feel like I can't
Yeah,
speak properly.
I feel a little off still. Maybe Tim is just really good at speaking. He's way better than us.
Ah!
Yeah.
I
doubt
wonder
it.
if you have any theories about why Tim is unaffected by this. Send it to podcast@THAC.tv.
Yeah. Be a good talking point. Solve this mystery.
That was a good mystery game.
Yeah.
I like that mystery game.
Good God. That was really hard.
That was really funny. It was pretty good. I saw a video where someone was trying to do the Pledge of Allegiance, and it was like, they're like, Pledge of Allegiance. It was, yeah. So now, if you wanna have, is it sympathy or empathy?
Empathy.
With someone who might have a speech impediment.
Sympathy would mean that, well, you could sympathize because you do have a mild speech impediment.
So it's
We would have to empathize because we do not.
Yeah. Tim really does not.
Apparently.
In fact, he can't empathize at all, can he?
You're a fucking robot.
I am born with zero speech empathy.
Maybe it's like your sleep number, where you only have a certain number that'll work on you.
A sleep number?
I don't know why I picked sleep number out of
What the
all
hell
things.
is a sleep number?
You know, the Tempur-Pedic mattress. Not Tempur-Pedic. What was the mattress that has the number, your firmness?
I think
or whatever?
Tempur-Pedic does that too.
Is it? I don't know.
Whatever.
That's the first example that popped into my head was your sleep number.
I don't think I've ever seen one of those
I think they're called
mattresses up
sleep.
close.
I think they're called sleep number.
They used to have a
beds.
lot of commercials in like the early 2000s and late 90s.
It's kind of up there with the Sears air conditioning commercial, I think.
Oh my God.
Or the Auric
It is so hot outside.
vacuum cleaner guy.
Says tomorrow's going to be even hotter.
Like yesterday.
Hotter.
Like yesterday. Yesterday you said you'd call Sears.
I'll call today.
You call now. I'll call now. I bet you followed along with that in your head.
Yeah.
If you're, I would say
What's the weather say about tomorrow?
another scorcher.
Cool.
Cool. Not to be a only 90s gamers will get this, but
If you're around our age, you will.
If you were around our age and watched Nickelodeon, because they showed
Yeah.
that like every commercial break. So
in the summer, yeah. It was, Wait,
Okay.
what were you saying about the Oric commercial?
that was just another one. It was like, I'm David Oric, and I'm inviting you to take the
I was
Oric
thinking-
challenge. I wonder if that guy's still
thinking-
around.
I bet he's not. Or
That
that,
was like 20 years ago.
He was
that-
older than Hale back in too.
or that,
Yeah.
that piece of shit commercial, the Orkin commercial. I thought you said Orkin, and I was
Orkin,
thinking
man.
of those fucking commercials where this
That's
isn't
a
this
venom
isn't-
on that.
No, this isn't a 5-hour energy thing. I'm angry at this commercial and for reasons. It was a commercial that set out. It started as like, it's about a mattress. Like, here's your this is a nice
Oh,
commercial
but
about a
there's bed
hotel. But then as it was going, a very, very realistic cockroach crawls across the front of the screen. Like, it looked like it was on your screen.
That confused me and my grandparents multiple times.
I don't remember that at all.
And then the Orkin Man came and sprayed it, and it fell off. And, like, I remember the first time I saw that commercial, I was really little, and I was watching TV with my mom, and she went, "Oh my God," and, like, stood up and, like, was about to go get the fly swatter or something, or some spray to kill the cockroach. And then the Orchid Man came in, and my mom was like, "That commercial, I hate that commercial."
And you know what? You still remember that commercial, and you still remember who it was for.
Yep.
So good job, advertising team for Orchid.
We still remember that Sears has an air conditioning.
I guess.
Do they still? I don't know.
Probably.
I bet they do. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Tangent about air conditioners.
Okay. Do we have what's next on the list, or do we want to move on to questions?
Hold on just a second.
Do we have anything that can top Mystery Game?
Okay.
Time to let the fans let down the podcast.
Well, we don't want to be responsible for that. It's all you, everyone.
Continuing.
Oh my God! What if they sent in recordings of them doing?
That would be great. Send those to us.
Yes,
I want to hear this.
Send those to podcast@THAC.tv.
And in case
what should we have them read?
Whatever they want.
Anything.
Read "Happy Birthday, Shadow."
The entire thing.
As best you can.
See how far you can get. It's probably still on fanfiction.net.
I bet.
If we get enough, I can cut a bunch of them together.
Oh yeah. You just have a redone version, put it on the like "Happy Birthday, Shadow" as
we were already slurring that a little bit because we had been drinking.
Let's if you want to, you can do whatever you want. We want to listen to it. But if you want to do the "Happy Birthday, Shadow," we want to do a super cut of that now, as told by Speech Jammed people. I don't think I said where I got it, but it was on the Android store. I just searched Speech Jammer, and it was one with a speaker with a little cross over it. So that one.
And is that on the Apple Store as well?
I think so.
I have no idea.
Okay. Well,
I'm looking up to see if "Happy Birthday, Shadow" still exists.
I'm pretty sure it does.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, let's move on to some emails from folks.
Well, moving on, continuing the theme from the last one, Steven has replied with our experiment last time.
Oh, yeah.
He says, "Dear THAC, I would like to tell you about my company, Soap Scent Solutions, also known as SSS. Our mission statement is, at the end of the day, we all come together to have a come-to-Jesus moment and try to break through the clutter, to peel back the onion, and work to provide business-to-consumer and business-to-business modularity."
Whoa, okay.
Business-to-consumer and business-to-business.
Wow.
We are currently looking to fund the virtualization of terrorist organizations by creating our best-in-class Web 2.0 services. Hope you shall be willing to invest. Sincerely, Steven. Steven, you've piqued our interest.
I'd invest in that. Yeah.
Tell me more.
I still can't talk properly.
I kind of want to put the headphones back on Joseph and have him read that.
We can do that.
Yes, I would be willing to invest. Send us your... I was going to throw some financial lingo out there, but then I realized I didn't know any.
Send us your initial public offering, your IPO.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
Jay asks, "Dear lovely boys of THAC LLC, what's it like on a normal day spent working at THAC? What do you expect to do? Stuff like that, etc., etc."
Joseph watches esports a lot.
Yeah.
It depends.
We get work done. It's just that a lot of it revolves around waiting for people to respond to emails.
Yeah.
Talk about video games a lot.
We talk about video games a lot, especially the past few days. Being like, "So, what'd you get on the Steam sale?"
Play with cats.
Make this podcast.
Yeah. Because Tuesdays and Fridays are our shipping days, so those are those are the days where we at least get one thing done.
Yeah, we ship things out that people bought from the THAC store.
Yeah.
We spent a lot of time last week editing some of the subtitles we had done for season 1.
I wasn't even in the office last week. I was at home
banging your head against the keyboard.
Yeah.
I just do whatever I want to do
needs to be done,
I guess.
If there's a video to be edited.
Yeah, I do that. Or if there's, other stuff to do.
Yeah. Since my laptop is a shitty little Chromebook, all I can do is, like...
check Tumblr.
As long as it's writing-based, something, you know... if I'm writing something, I can do it here. But if it's really anything else, like doing the podcast or the DVDs, I pretty much have to go home for that.
Yeah.
I handle the spreadsheets.
Yes.
Yeah, Joseph does the spreadsheets. He keeps up with all the number stuff. You're the numbers guy.
Yeah.
Joseph's
I make sure we don't accidentally die.
Joseph's the band manager.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the groupie.
I'm the whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's probably not very professional compared to other.
But we aren't looking for
places.
investors, so
Yeah.
whatever.
That is true.
We should though. Let's have our IPO. Let's make it 10 cents a share.
We're gonna go public.
Yeah.
We could take an intern that does all the shipping, so that means we literally do nothing after that. If they do the shipping, there's nothing else we have to do.
Yeah,
Sounds
we'll
like a
just
plan.
sit around and invest in our own company.
Yeah.
This is a sustainable business.
This
Yes.
is definitely not a bubble or at all. That definitely would not cause that to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much what we do.
A day in
Did
the
you
life.
learn that from 30-second economics?
What?
Did you learn the bubble from 30-second economics?
I don't have 30-second economics. I have.
I know what you're getting for Christmas.
Oh, I did go get a library card for the first time. First time. Yeah, of course.
For a public library, because you didn't really need one before, because university had a library.
Yeah, but it's like I've lived here 5-6 years and never got
Longer
around
than
to
that.
getting a library card because the university library doesn't have movies or anything. So
They ain't got manga.
yeah, I went because I've been wanting to read Fables for a while, and I went there and they had a big selection of Fables. So the graphic novel Fables, not
Right.
just I want to read Goldilocks.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure those are public domain.
Yeah. So I went and got that, and I got some dad book. I looked up some dad books.
Like
Freakonomics.
You got Freakonomics, right?
I'm reading Freakonomics. It's a pretty interesting book.
Nice.
I'm kind of like 10 years late to the punch on it, but it's a pretty interesting book. I don't know how I never got a library card before. You should get one. It's pretty good.
Maybe I will.
They let you check out 20 items at a time, which is ridiculous to me.
I can
Think of all the manga.
Yeah.
I can discover all my new music again, like I did back home in Coleman, where I checked out all those Godsmack CDs.
They had. Wait, they had CDs at your library?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't really look. They have audiobooks. You can
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
The one in Helena had CDs too.
Yeah, I think I mentioned that on one of the previous podcasts, but it was like they had CDs, so that's where I really discovered the Beatles, the Who, Disturbed, and Godsmack.
And
So it's kind of it
pirating.
balances out.
Yeah.
It balances out. They I think I didn't really look to see if they had CDs or anything, but they do have a lot. They have an entire section dedicated to concert movies. They have Stop Making Sense there.
Well, yeah.
So,
If you're gonna have a section for concert films and not have that in there, you might as well just not
so
have one.
They had like 3 copies of Stop Making Sense, I think, which
Yeah.
I should have grabbed one, but for some reason when you first get not for some reason, but when you get a card, the first time you're there, they only let you check out 3 things to make sure you're not just going to steal it.
Yeah, make sure
So-
you're not fibbing.
Yeah. Yeah, support your local library, everyone.
Next question from Paul says, will you guys ever add a gift card to the THAC store? I would say probably not, because we don't know how.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
You can come by. We'll write you one.
Just be like, here's
we could have only, like, not an online gift card, like a coupon code, like just a physical card that is just a picture of Troy's cat's butt with THAC on it. And then you swipe it in any credit card reader at any store, and it will do nothing.
I was gonna say that sounds hard, but now it doesn't.
Yeah. And you can mail it to us, and after we've already mailed it to you.
You mail it. Yeah, it's like we only accept PayPal as a payment method, or sending in a card that we already sent you from somewhere else, and then we'll just say, okay, what do you want? It's like a money order, but only works on it.
Yeah, and you can buy a gift card, and it is a some kind of like a little prop or something, and then
It's this oversized Sharpie.
Okay.
yeah, and you give that to someone else. All they have to do is mail that back to us, and then we'll know how much that one was for, and then we'll mail them whatever.
It's simple.
Yeah, it's really easy.
1, 2, but it's just easy.
It's less of a gift card and more of like a bartering system. But you got to start somewhere. I think
we also accept herds of sheep
and teeth.
What?
Yeah.
Huh. All right. I didn't know that.
Yeah. 2 molars gets you the season 1 DVD.
Wow, that much, huh?
2 molars and a canine gets you both seasons. 2 molars, a canine, and a wisdom tooth gets you the box set.
So you can only get 4 box sets in your life, I guess.
Why would you need more than that?
What do you have to give for?
That's the gift card, so you can buy more. The sticker.
Yeah.
Let's see. The sticker.
Just gotta chip one of your teeth off.
Yeah,
I guess
that's like a chip, like a shaving. Like if you just take a nail file to your teeth.
Oh.
Yeah. If you can bring yourself to do that, we'll send you a sticker. So yeah,
you are easy to make your skin crawl.
I've chipped my teeth before.
Oh.
So
I got a chip tooth too. I don't know how I did it.
Mine fucking trumpet both times.
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
My canines are slowly ground down from the underbite I developed over the years. You can see they're kind of
weird.
They're nubs now.
You're weird, Tim.
Because they're clicking against. I didn't used to have that. It happened over the last 5 years or something. In fact, it was really weird because when I was going back to see the season 1 footage going through the DVD, I don't have the underbite yet. Like it has happened over the course of this show. So
is it because you're jutting out your jaw because you want to be manly?
Yeah, that's exactly why.
Yeah, you did it on purpose. I know.
You deserved that, Tim.
I don't. Yeah. I should get that fixed or something. I don't know how you would even fix that.
I've been trying to
without braces.
Yeah. Well, you can get Invisalign. I have no idea how much Invisalign costs. I looked it up.
Probably a lot more.
You have to buy each set, I believe.
Do you have to buy each set? I thought it had a plan like braces.
I mean, they
did.
might.
They might now.
I mean, they're more expensive because with braces they just have to tighten a wire, but with those they have to make a new one for you.
I thought it was one of those things where once you had Invisalign, if you ever stopped wearing Invisalign, it just went back to.
I mean, that's kind of like what my retainer is just like an Invisalign retainer kind of thing, and
I don't even know how braces or whatever work because I've never had it.
You never had braces?
Mm-mm.
Huh.
Braces?
And I don't have particularly straight teeth.
Yeah, your teeth are straighter than me, and I had braces.
Braces, you get metal things on each one of your teeth. They have a wire, and then
I know how they work. I don't know how it works
they shift,
after you get it.
Yeah,
after you get them off. Do you just wear a retainer forever?
Pretty much,
They say you're supposed to wear it at least 3 years, I think. But mine broke, and I never got around to getting it fixed, and my teeth shifted back more, and
Whoops.
I feel stupid for that. So one day, whenever I have money, if that ever happens,
mine are still all straight. It's just the wrong set is in the front.
Is it like the movies where you just wear it at night, or what?
Yeah,
you're supposed to wear it at night. Yeah. I mean,
that doesn't sound too terrible.
You can wear it whenever, but it's mostly just when you're sleeping, so you don't. I did have, I did have to wear headgear at some point at night. Yeah, that was not pleasant. It started up here. It looked like a hockey mask.
Yeah, there was a kid in my 6th grade who had to have one of those. So I remember what those looked like.
In public or?
Yeah, she had to wear it during the day because her underbite was even worse than mine is now. She was like this all the time. It was pretty bad.
That sounds awful. I just had to wear it at night. It had these little metal things that kind of jutted out. It looked like I almost said chicken insect mandibles or something that kind of went out.
Oh.
And you had to put rubber bands on those that attached to your braces right here, so it kind of pulled your because I had an underbite too, and I still kind of do. You had to kind of push this back, so you had a little chin. I'm trying to do this as best I can with audio, but it had a chin thing right here, and it held right here. So the chin part,
it had a chin strap.
Yeah, it was it kind of covered up.
And it was
right here.
Pushing your jaw.
Yeah,
back.
I pushed this part back, and the rubber bands pulled the other thing forward.
Christ,
it didn't hurt or anything.
It just sounds like something out of medieval times.
Yeah, it was really. it didn't hurt, but it was invasive.
That's how we fix the jaws. Is just this gigantic contraption.
I mean, who knows?
Shoot lasers at it.
Yeah, who knows if that's still how it works? Because that was a while ago when I had.
I've always been very self-conscious about my teeth, and I guess since I've given up my dreams of music, I can go ahead and get that fixed. But whatever.
your teeth are better than mine. I'm not very self-conscious. I got crooked ass teeth, but it's whatever.
It happens.
We're all beautiful.
Let's talk about our insecurities.
Yeah. Let me tell you about how I don't like the way my teeth look.
Next question from Eriska is what it said. It looked like it would be, Eriska. Has the podcast replaced Troy's blog? I think
Kind
Tumblr and all that other stuff have kind of replaced your blog.
I mean, it's
really.
kind of, it's, yeah, I mean, it's,
an aspect of the blog has been replaced with the podcast, and then
yeah, and also the Kickstarter has kind of taken the place of that for now.
Mm-hmm.
The Kickstarter updates are pretty much things that I would put on my blog.
Yeah. Between the podcast, the
Blog.
Kickstarter, and the and your Tumblr, I feel like
Yeah,
I guess the
don't-
blog is kind of
That's
redundant.
that's kind of a problem that people have a lot with internet, is that if you want to if you want to be, I don't know, it sounds weird, but if you want to be noticed or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
you can't spread yourself so thinly across all these different things.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I just want to be on Tumblr, I just want to be on Facebook, I just want to be on Twitter, and that's like the three main things.
Yeah.
And if you go more than that,
I mainly just do Twitter because it updates my Facebook automatically.
yeah, I rarely just update my Facebook directly unless it's something really long, which usually
The only
isn't
thing I
the
go
case.
on Facebook to actually look at is generally the THAC and the Marble Hornets page.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'll sometimes comment on stuff, but
Use the messenger sometimes, but yeah, I mean,
I'm the opposite. I probably use Twitter the least. It's probably Facebook the most, then Tumblr, but slightly less.
I'm
and
catching
then
up to you.
Twitter the
You
least.
only have like 1,000 more followers than me now. I'm catching up, boy.
everyone leave Tim and go to Joseph.
Leave me,
so-
go to
right.
Joseph. Yeah.
I won't let you down. I
Tide
tweet all the
shifting.
time. Kind
Yeah.
of. Except when I forget for like 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I-
hardly
I-
ever tweet, and whenever I do, it's pictures of my cat. So
Well,
mean-
that's a good way to get
yeah,
Get your
yeah.
social-
I've had a big bump in followers since
Yeah.
that happened. So yeah, stay tuned for more cat photos
You know what's weird?
at Flaming Buttwind on Twitter.
I got a big surge with when I was basically harassing Kraft mac and cheese.
Whatever happened with that? You never used your Vine.
Oh, I know. I did. I made a Vine, and it did in like less than like 4 hours. I got more followers than the Kraft mac and cheese Vine. I have.
Why does Kraft Mac and Cheese have a Vine?
I don't know.
What do they do with it? Have they done anything with
put
it?
clips from their Vanilla Ice commercial on there. No, I still have a plan for that, but it's gotten bigger and darker. So
Okay.
And darker?
Well, I
Yeah.
wait
I'm
with
excited.
bated breath for
Yeah.
that then.
Yeah.
we'll talk about it after we stop recording.
Okay, gotcha.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it's like when I took my social media class
Ugh.
at UA, they were like, if you are a social media analyst or strategist or whatever, is that a word? Strategist?
Yeah.
Okay. If you're your social media strategy for the company that you work for, we're just pretending that we got hired by a company, I guess. They were like, you need to tweet at least once a day, at least. And it can't be, there has to be 5 tweets between any kind of product mentioning.
Why?
I don't know.
Well,
so
actually, I can
because
see-
corporations are your friend.
I can see where they're
Taco Bell
coming.
fucking rules at it.
Yeah, Taco Bell's great.
I can see where they're coming from, just because I know people who use their Twitter almost solely to advertise shit that they did.
Yeah.
Like a professor that I had, that was all that he used his Twitter for, was like, you know, linking to random shit that, like, oh, here's this thing that I made. Oh, here's the thing that I made again.
So things that he made, or was it just links that he like? I found this, thought it was
No,
interesting."
links that he made. Yeah.
Okay.
But it was always for like the same thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that just, you know, like, if every single thing you post is going to be advertising something, that's going to be tiresome.
Yeah, but that's different. That's like a person. With a company, I kind of expect them to.
Yeah, it's like they're not gonna just be like, "Oh, I'm, eating at Taco Bell right now." That's not the Taco Bell Twitter talking, by the way. I realized that. It's like they're not just gonna be like, "Oh, Kraft mac and cheese is petting a cat," or "Kraft mac and cheese is, staring at a pineapple." It's not gonna.
Although if Kraft mac and cheese had a guy in a big foam like macaroni noodle outfit going around doing shit and just posted like pictures of him doing that, I bet they would get more followers.
I mean, that's
Well, the Taco Bell's most recent tweet is just, "Will you be my Bay-rito?" Like BAE Rito.
I really want to
That's
try
not
that.
advertising something.
Have you tried the quesarito yet?
No.
Is
yes,
it
it's
good?
messy as hell.
Really?
It was pretty good though. It was okay.
Does it
It wasn't as good as I wanted it to be.
Does it have that weird sauce stuff that's in the quesadilla? I don't like that. It when we worked at Applebee's, it was on the quesadilla burger too.
It works fine on the quesadilla for me, but it didn't really. I wasn't crazy about it on the quesarita.
Denny's Twitter never advertises anything.
Oh my egg!
That's their most recent one, and then oh baby, want to give Howard so many red, white, and blue slams. Then just Howard, and then sending good vibes to Gonzalez. Here's a nice dad joke. Soccer is one of those rare sports where you really have to use your head. It's so often egg to egg at the half. Hot hands, baby. That's all it is.
Okay.
That's their official one.
Wait, go back to I want to red, white, and blue slam you? What now?
I want to give Howard so many red, white, and blue slams.
I'm sure that's a meal there, but no, it sounds sexual.
It's the Grand Slam is what it's called. It's like the Denny's equivalent of the All-Star.
I guess Howard
at Waffle
is.
House.
Oh, Howard's the goalie for Team USA, I think.
Oh. That took too much thinking, and my brain immediately went somewhere else.
And he's having to work his ass off right now, apparently.
Are you watching the...
Well, we have the game tracker for the USA-Belgium game up, and it's like a sea of red shots by Belgium.
All over, yeah. Are those just shots right there?
Yeah, those are just shots.
Well, yeah, this will be very... Well, I mean, this will go up tomorrow, so it'll be like, oh, they were watching the game, and now we know what happened in the future.
Yeah, pretty good.
How's it going in the future? Is it going all right in the future of tomorrow?
Dark days.
Dark days, man. The bombs
scary.
dropped. because Belgium beat USA, someone had a really ridiculous bet going.
Well, you're going to look like an asshole when America pulls it out.
They might, man. I don't know. But it's like, what is the end
You'll
game
have some
here?
egg on your face.
What is the end game here for America? It's like, oh man, we're gonna beat Belgium. Then what? You're gonna play someone even better.
The next, I think the people they would meet in the semifinals are actually both ranked below them on the FIFA World Rankings. They're both.
Well, obviously they're not supposed to be ranked that low because they've gotten that far.
Well, obviously America should be ranked higher. So there.
So
I haven't watched any games.
I haven't watched any soccer either. I mean, I don't really.
Football?
Shut up. Did you know in Japan it's called Doki Doki Panic?
Next question from Jordan. Jordan asks, is there an effect, like special effect, that you guys wanted to use but couldn't get to work? I guess it's more for you, since you had to do most of the... apart from like the...
You kind of jerry-rigged anything you wanted to do.
Yeah,
The flying sequence, we really wanted a luck dragon, but...
What?
Wait, what now?
From the Never-Ending Story.
Oh, okay. I thought you were being serious, and I was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
So I'm trying...
There were things that I thought of, but I mean, they didn't turn out the way that I originally thought, but I mean, it still worked.
I feel like if there was anything that wouldn't have worked, it would have been sort of in the early days. Because, the longer we worked on it, the more we kind of realized our limitations. So we sort of like, okay, we know we won't be able to do that.
Yeah. Well, in the entry, what was my last one?
80.
80, yeah. We were pretty convinced. I was the biggest naysayer, but we were pretty convinced the arm shot and that wouldn't work.
Yeah.
But I was really stubborn and made it work. So I think this is close. I mean, not to toot my own horn.
You're talking about in the school?
Yeah, when
I think I was the biggest naysayer.
No. I'm saying naysayer as in saying it'll work, like naysaying your naysaying.
Gotcha.
I was naying your naying.
I gotcha. That makes sense.
Yeah. Because while we were shooting it, Joe was just like, I was like,
we're wasting time.
This isn't gonna work.
There's no way.
Well,
because whatever. I'm not gonna say.
In the entry where me versus Brian, we wanted him to get tossed out of the window head first, and that one didn't really work. I feel like we talked about that on the last one, didn't we?
No, we talked about that at Anime BluesCon.
Oh yeah.
So we can just kind of repeat what we said, which is originally the shot.
I'm a master set designer.
Yeah, originally this is going to be on the season 3 DVD too. Like it has to be that.
Yeah, because I will tell this story as many times as it is necessary.
Yeah, because we had one of the few times we had the behind the scenes camera there while we were doing all this shooting. And the original idea was, instead of having quote unquote hoodie fall out, or I can just say Brian. Brian falling out
Spoiler
of the
alert.
falling out of the well, I mean, we've already talked about the ending. Having Brian falling out of the window when Tim is coming at him with, a wrench or whatever. That wasn't originally supposed to happen. He was originally supposed to be accidentally thrown out the window.
It was going to be a continued motion shot between transportations or whatever. Like, he was going to be tackling him and then switch immediately to in front of the window, and then it's like, oops.
Yeah, so we had to have something to show him flying out the window. So Joseph said, there's all this wood laying around, like 2x4s laying around. What if we hammer together some legs, some like wooden legs, take Brian's pants off?
It was cold as hell, too.
Yeah, it was really cold. Take Brian's pants off, put his shoes on it, and then put the pants on the pieces of wood, and then have Tim throw that out the window. But the part that we kind of failed to think about was the fact that there wasn't really any weight to it, and he was missing his torso. So, like, all of this shot, we have these shots from the GoPro on Tim's chest of the legs, just legs flying out the window.
And you also can't control what direction those legs are going to go, so they just went in wildly different directions, too.
Brian gets thrown out the window, and his legs, like, go opposite directions. Like, sometimes the wood even flies out of his pants.
Okay, well, there's an effect that we wanted to use that we couldn't.
Yeah. I mean, we still did what we wanted to. He still fell out the window.
Yeah.
So there's still that.
It was just effects we wanted to use but couldn't get to work. So, that definitely applies.
Absolutely ridiculous looking.
I think in season 1 we tried to do a little shot that you wanted me to do where I had like the mask on the back of my head and moved forward, but then we actually looked at it and we're like, that looks kind of stupid.
Yeah. Well, it's because your head was bigger than the mask, because the mask is really small.
Yeah.
So you put it on the back of your, because we wanted to show you like walking backwards but with the mask on it or something.
Yeah.
But the mask was so small that the rest of your head was coming out from the top of it. So it's like, man, that guy's got a really weirdly shaped head.
Yeah.
Like your hair was coming out the top. It was really strange. We had some interesting, back with season 1, we had some interesting problems with blood. But I mean, we still got that to work more or less.
Yeah, I think I think if any effects that we couldn't get to work would have been in those early days, and I don't remember those that well because I wasn't there for most of it. Yeah, I guess that's it. And then last question, Aaron asks, I was just wondering when, where, and how you guys all met each other. Any interesting stories about when you were all new friends?
New friends. When does someone become not a new friend?
I don't know.
I mean, judging by, I don't know, like playing The Sims or something, when you go from...
It depends on how much pizza you have out on the table.
It depends on how many times you fart in front of them or whatever. Oh, wait, no, that's Fable. Never mind. If you depending upon how many chats you do, you go from acquaintance to friend and then close friend, I think, after that. But it's not a time-based thing, so I don't know.
Anyway,
I don't know where I'm going with that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't know of any interesting stories because Troy and I met in middle school, and I don't know any middle schooler that's interesting.
That's true. Sorry to any middle schoolers listening to this. Don't worry, it gets better. You will get more interesting. Yeah.
We met in 6th grade, and I was thinking about it. That means we've known each other for like 15 years.
It's a long time.
Which is a while.
Yeah.
Because that's almost half our lives.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well... No,
that's over half our lives.
For some reason, I was thinking 30, but it's like, we're not 30 yet. Right.
Well, looks like Team USA is going home.
Oh,
wait, scored in the 93rd minute.
Whoa.
Out of
90.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never fully understood how soccer timing works.
I don't know if it keeps going now or if it's just over.
I don't know. I mean, a soccer game can end 0-0, right?
Yeah.
Not on this one.
Okay.
Because this is...
I have no idea what I'm talking about either. Go back to that question.
Yeah.
I met Troy first through Brian because I've known Brian since 8th grade, and Brian and I both went to the University of Alabama, and Brian and Troy both had was it an acting class?
It was beginning acting.
Yeah, because you were both. I guess you were both theater minors. I know you were. I don't know about him.
No, I don't think Brian was a theater minor because the beginning acting class actually wasn't.
Oh, was that like a non-majors thing?
Yeah, that was a non.
Okay.
I mean, if you were a minor, you didn't even take that.
But anyway, yeah. So.
But I took it anyway.
Yeah. So, and Brian introduced me to you. I think we might have been. I don't know why I remember all these little details, but I'm pretty sure it was like under that street lamp.
It was under that street lamp in front of
the
Riverside.
diner. Yeah.
No, it was in between the diner and Riverside at that intersection.
Mm-hmm.
We were out there talking about Monkey Island.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure that's pretty much all we talked about for the first like 3 times.
We make friends via video games because Troy and we became friends talking about Pokemon.
Yeah.
That's same thing. Funny anecdote about that is, I don't know if it's really an anecdote, but that beginning acting class, I missed the first class of it. And it was after I realized that I didn't have to take that class to be a theater minor. So I almost dropped that class. And if I dropped that class, I wouldn't have met Brian. I wouldn't have met Tim. Tim wouldn't be in Marble Hornets. Marble Hornets may have never happened. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, it would have been going on.
Yeah. Well, Tim wouldn't be in it.
Yeah,
though.
we would have.
I mean, if I'd been accepted to University of Southern California, then I definitely wouldn't be anywhere near here. So all the little things.
Yeah. It's really weird coincidences.
Say that with the speech jammer on.
It sounds like I'm already doing that.
And then I think, Joseph, you and I met a while after that. I don't remember exactly when, because I think
out on the quad playing frisbee.
You know what? I think there is actually a picture of me on Facebook from that very day because I was covered. I had a bunch of orange stuff.
Yeah, we're wearing a lot of orange.
That was the first. I thought that.
Pretty sure that was the first day we ever met.
I think the first time we saw him was at that Guerrilla Theater I brought you to.
Yeah, that's probably the first time I saw you, but we did not stay around to.
Yeah. I don't think we stayed for the entire thing. I think we left immediately after Tim was done. That's another story altogether.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't think there's any really fun stories about that. There is a picture of me on Facebook from the day that me and Joseph met, if that really matters. It's so cute.
It's the one where you're wearing an orange shirt, holding a sun-kissed with an orange frisbee.
Yep.
I don't think we did anything with that frisbee.
We played frisbee.
Did we? I don't know. Maybe I didn't touch it because I'm terrible.
That might have even been the frisbee you threw in the river on the first throw.
The one that went to the river was the black one. Because it was my roommates at the time.
God. We went down to Riverwalk Park because we're like, hey, let's go throw around the frisbee, but let's not go to the quad. Yeah. So we went down to the river because it's cooler down there.
And it was closer to where I lived at the time, too.
And Troy has the frisbee.
No, you threw it to me first. You got one throw.
And I said, don't throw it in the river because it was on his right side and you're right-handed. Yeah. And you're like, I'm not going to throw it in the
very
river.
First throw directly into the water.
Like, not even close.
You just went, woo! I'm okay at throwing frisbees sometimes. I have terrible luck with where it goes.
I think it was just like a sitcom. I just looked at you and like held up my hands like, what?
And then we
just went
left.
back.
Yep, we just left after that. That was the end. That was the end of that fun day.
All right.
We tried to be active for once.
That's what we got. Well, that was after we'd like gone mountain biking and stuff at the park, so we were still active.
Yeah,
that's sort of.
How long did you do that? Didn't you say you did that for like a day too?
Summer.
We did it for an entire summer. Yeah. No, we didn't do it for like a day. The first time we went there,
every weekend.
The first time we went there, it felt like we'd been going for like miles or something, and by the time we were finished, we were getting to the spot where we turned around in like 5 minutes. We were pretty cool.
Yeah,
nice.
We were like. And it only took 1 week to get past that part.
Yeah. Like the first time we went there, we were like, oh my God.
There was one stretch, though, where it was uphill and it was on like wet sand. Every time we went, for some reason, the sand was wet.
Yeah.
And that was miserable because it was so hard to get up there.
And this was at the park that the Red Tower from season 1 is located.
In fact, that was our goal before we turned around. Like, I think it was like our third or fourth time we were there because there's a BMX track. We would ride all the way up there and then we would rest for a little bit at the BMX track, and then we would ride along the road
back. Yeah, because
it was probably about, I don't know, it was probably like 2 miles round trip or something.
I don't know, it might have been 2 miles to get. I'd say it's about 1.5 miles to get to that turnaround spot, so I'd say 3 miles total.
And a lot of that is winding through the mountain trails. So.
Yeah, and then all the way back, it was mostly.
The
No, it
generous-
wasn't. It wasn't mostly downhill on the way back because it was like a slight incline, which feels awful when you're on a bike.
Yep.
It feels really long whenever you're trying to rush back to where the red tower is because you forgot something there right before it closed.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We left one of our lights there whenever we went back there recently to record some footage for the DVD menus. You know, have like the video menu backgrounds or whatever, and we almost left our little brand new light inside the red tower, and we managed to get back there like 10 minutes before the park closed for the day.
Oh yeah.
So that was lucky, because otherwise we would have had to drive an hour back up there again the next day to get it.
And hope it was still there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it stolen by deer?
Yeah.
Look what I found.
They're techies, man.
Yeah. Yeah. They like the lights.
Well, that was the last question, and I have a feeling we've been going on for quite some time, so I think this would be
about an hour and 24 minutes right now.
It's not too bad.
So,
yeah. So I'd say this is probably good a time as any to wrap it up. And thank you for listening. Sorry we were late by a day, and we hope to.
And you're welcome for Joseph with the speech jammer.
Yeah. And we hope you come back and listen next week after next. Bye.
Bye.
Man. Dear THAC, I would like to tell you about my company, Soaps and Solutions, also known as SSSS. Our mission statement is... You know, at the end of the day, we all come together to have a come to Jesus moment and try to break through the clutter to peel back the onion and work to provide business to consumer and business to businesses modularity.
What?
We also are currently looking to fund the virtualization of terrorist organizations by creating our best-in-class Web 2.0 services. Hope you shall be willing to invest. Sincerely, Steve.